My Chicago Bears. Bear
How,
down.
how do we do
Down
it?
16-6.
Bear down.
Bear down.
I didn't see that game actually. I was working,
Me
so
neither.
I
Down
had to miss out of it.
16-6 with 5 minutes to go. Here comes Caleb Williams down the field with a touchdown pass. Onside kick is recovered. We're kicking a field goal to tie the game, go to overtime. 4th and 4, touchdown. And then Malik Willis, Jordan Love, concussion protocol. They get hurt in this game. So we'll see if he plays next week. Malik Willis actually had a pretty good game when he came in. Wasn't a problem. Fumbled the snap on 4th and 1 for the Packers. Bears get the ball. Drive down the field. Here comes DJ Moore rushing down the sideline. Wide open for the touchdown. The Bears win. They beat the Packers? At home? What?
Yeah.
So the Bears?
That was more
Come
shocking
back.
that they did it there.
Yeah. The Bears come back. They beat the Packers in Green Bay. Bears still first place in their division, second place in the NFC. I'm just saying, guys. I've been saying this.
Listen.
No,
saying
didn't
this.
I say it last week that the
I've been
Packers
saying-
are still kind of iffy? Jordan Loves. Didn't I say, and you guys thought I was crazy? And then look what
But-
happened yesterday.
But I'm taking a different direction. My Bears. I've been saying my Bears. Caleb Williams. I'm just saying. I've been saying. I think this team's got something. It's got some mojo. It's got some motion, guys. I'm just saying. And here we are. Bear down. Listen, the Jets are out there eliminated.
New day.
In the same way that Lewis has become a Buccaneers fan, I've become a Bears fan the past couple of weeks. All right, like I've this team to me, I really like it. It's a fun team to watch. They're fun. They're cool. Caleb Williams is okay, but their defense is really good. Their run game is fun. Kyle Monangai is a great rookie running back right now, and they're moving the ball and they're playing really good teams and they're winning. So, shout out to Chicago. But just to your point, Jordan Love, kind of iffy in this game. Did get hurt with a concussion. That offense wasn't really moving the ball too much.
I'm not gonna say nothing because when I tried to say something last week, you guys were like, "Oh no, he's good, he's," and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't say he was bad. I just said he was inconsistent. I said he's kind of not like trustworthy in some of these bigger moments." And look what happened.
All right.
I mean, yeah, he got a concussion. I'm sorry to hear
We
that.
have a question in the chat, and I think this is more towards Daniel because he is the resident Bears fan of the room right now. Do you think the Bears can win a Super Bowl, Daniel? Can they?
Listen. They're not going to this year. They have a really good team. When you think about that, they have a really good defense. Their O-line has been built really well this offseason. I think experience matters, and this team hasn't been in the playoffs in
Since like what, 2018?
since Pigs flown, probably. I think.
No. They made it to one playoff game, but then they lost. They were 12-4 that year with Mitch
I think it was-
Trubisky.
oh,
Ooh.
Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, that was it.
Ooh.
Yeah, what a pull. But I think this team really is inexperienced, and I think because of how the NFC is structured, there's a lot of teams that are really good right now that have that hunger and have that experience and want that drive. Not saying the Bears don't, but I feel like it's a different animal when it's your first time in the playoffs compared to your fifth time, right? So I think Caleb Williams needs that experience. He needs that kind of idea of what it's like, that pressure. And I normally don't like picking teams when it's your first year in the playoffs, especially quarterbacks like that. So to me, I think they're a great team. They have a lot of good pieces. They're building towards something. Ben Johnson was the right pick, obviously, for the head coach. But I think they need more playoff experience and more experience overall in that team.
Do you think Caleb Williams' hype coming out of college is paying off?
Further explain that.
I feel like he had a lot of expectation coming out, and we talked about it on one of the episodes. And I'm thinking about people like Trevor Lawrence, who had so much hype, and he's just now, what is it, 4 years after, like, he's just now, like, looking like he's gonna be just like a mid quarterback, like an okay, great.
Damn,
think Caleb
what
Williams
fucking
is,
traffic jam is happening outside your
You
windows?
heard
What the
that?
fuck is happening?
I thought
Goodness
the A train was
gracious.
going by.
What the
I'm like,
hell?
where are you?
That is Manhattan traffic. That is New York City
It's
traffic.
almost Christmas time.
goes-
Everyone's traveling through Manhattan.
And it's
Listen, we
crazy
get it.
because I'm on like the 7th floor. I'm like 7th floor, but like 9 stories up, and
Who
that's
feels
just
you?
how
Yo, someone turned the volume up on their horn, bro. That's what happened. Someone was like, everyone's hearing me tonight.
Probably a tractor trailer coming down Broadway.
Of course.
No.
Why are you there? You shouldn't be there. Get out of the way. Like, that's what it's trying to do, bro.
Mm-hmm. Son's
But
double parked
I-
on
I-
a
it's
fucking
usually
Slim
quiet,
Street.
but I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a one way for a reason. It's going one way. Anyway.
Okay.
To
I
your
don't mean
point
to
for
get
Caleb
sidetracked, but yeah, someone was driving down the wrong side of the street the other day. Almost hit me, but that's a story for another day.
You can't just casually be saying that to us. It's the first time we're hearing this. Are you okay?
Oh, I got over it. Well, no, yeah, I mean, I didn't like literally almost get clipped, but I got out. I saw them coming down, and I'm like, yo, you're on. This is the wrong fucking bro. Cars are going up. Why are you coming down? But it didn't get me. But I saw them coming, and I was like, oh no, you. I don't,
You ain't supposed to
Bro,
be
this is a
here.
grid.
You gotta
How
go
the
that
fuck did
way.
Son, it's
I don't know. And where are the city traffic cop? Where are the traffic cops at?
Son,
Nowhere.
it's-
So
it's-
I don't know how much further.
it's so funny because
I don't know
Jess
how
is
much
Jess
further
is
this
talking
went.
about this car like it's the flu. It didn't get me though. Didn't get
Didn't
it.
get me.
Didn't get
It was
it.
coming
though.
at me. It didn't get,
I didn't get
I
it. though.
dodged it.
I dodged it.
I weaved out of the way of it.
It nicked me. You know what I mean? It nicked me. You know what I mean? But I got out the way.
But I'm able to live, obviously, to tell a story. But to get back to what we were saying, I feel like Caleb may be showing promise that he's the hype. He's going to have success probably early. Not a Super Bowl, but he's going to have some type of success at a young start.
You know, I think we go back to last year too. I think we kind of saw that. Just he could not survive that with that offensive line. It was bad
Mhm.
last
It
year.
was
with
so
offensive line.
bad. It was so bad.
And we go back to like that. I go back to that Monday night game. I forget who they were playing, but he was balling in that Monday night game. He just got sacked like 6 times. He still stood in the pocket. He still delivered passes to receivers. He still was a gamer. And I think a lot of the rhetoric was like, "Oh, he's too soft for the NFL," or like he's been pampered by USC and he paints his nails, so he can't be that tough of a guy. But when you endure Chicago media and you endure that offensive line that he had for a whole year, and you come back and you're still playing pretty good, I think that's a sign of what he could be and what he is. Right? He's a really good quarterback. He can deliver a good pass. He maybe doesn't have that it factor that a lot of quarterbacks have, but he still is solid and like you trust him, right? You trust him in situations. You trust him to get the job done. Maybe not go out and get 4 touchdown passes and be Josh Allen, but he's a solid. He's a solid C.J. Stroud, is what I would call him, right? He's a solid, Bo Nix. He's a solid Jordan Love. He's that type of quarterback right now. Could he be better? Is the ceiling higher? Absolutely. But I don't think it's been like you can't say he's been like a bottom half quarterback. Like he's been way above that his whole career so far. So and like it's what like people pin expectations on quarterbacks into what they should be and what they are, right? So what you think Caleb Williams should be is different from what he is, and that's fine. Right? You could say he's the next Joe Montana, but he's probably not. If you're saying he's the next, who's like the next Ben Roethlisberger, sure, I think he'll take that. I think Bear fans will take that, and that's not a bad comp. One Super Bowl winning quarterback brings his team wins. That's a great quarterback to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's also showing. I think like a lot of resilience in this games because even though they aren't playing that good or he may not be playing that good, the team's still coming out with wins. So he is still driving the bus, but sometimes the driver doesn't get a tip. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, you don't tip your driver. But then other times you're like, damn, he fucking drove really good. 4 touchdown passes, fucking 300 yards. He looked damn good. All right, here you go. Here's a 20. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm equating it to. Like, and obviously he can be more consistent, and he knows that. So it's also the first year under Ben Johnson and Ben Johnson's offense. So I think we got to give him a touch of grace here, right? And this team is like almost like brand new. In a sense, right? Culture-wise and also player-wise, right? They revamped their entire offensive line. The only thing that's pretty much the same is the defense. But the defense has its own culture. The defense has its own identity, and you're seeing that in these wins. They're able to shut teams down and make it super easy for the offense to score points and get the ball back. So, this Bears team is what it is, a team. right? Sometimes the offense struggles, but the defense picks you up and makes you look good. Boom, you win the game. Sometimes the running game takes over, and you don't really got to do much, right? Or sometimes you got to ball out and throw 4 touchdown passes and look real damn good. It's a team.
Yeah, I really like them. I've put all my eggs in that basket. I really think
Yeah,
they're
you
a solid
have.
team all around.
Yeah.
I have. I've been preaching it for a long time. Look, hey, y'all looked at me crazy when I said this team can win the division. Y'all looked at me crazy. I'm just saying.
We did.
I'm just saying. All right. So, but I think before we go from this game, Green Bay as well. Hopefully Jordan Love's okay. But if he's not, what are we doing here now? Because now you open the door for the Lions to come back into the division, into the playoffs, right? Because the Lions right now are now they're tied with Pittsburgh right now, the 10-10. They'll be a game behind the Packers. Let's play our favorite game on the show. Who does Green Bay play next week?
Yes, I love this game so much. I love looking at future episodes.
They
It's
play
great.
the Baltimore Ravens on Saturday. So if Jordan Love is not healthy to go with a concussion, and it is Malik Willis, and that game isn't
losing.
Lambeau.
They're losing. I don't care if it's in Lambeau. They're losing.
I'm not
Then
gonna
you go, you heard it here
lie.
first.
I'm not gonna lie. Give me the fucking Packers, baby. Give me the Packers, baby. I'm just gonna say it because listen, Malik Willis is a top 3 backup in the league. Malik Willis may not be flashy. We may not like his name a lot, and he may not be a starter, but I don't give a fuck. That brother could ball, he can run, and he could sling it a little bit, and he may not be
Well,
asked
let's
to do
hope
too
that you're
much.
doing. Let's hope that he does that then, because I think the Ravens ain't gonna care nothing about that. And I know they've been crappy themselves, but I just don't like if Jordan Love is hurt, like, and you guys let that game go the other. I just don't trust the Packers. I'm sorry.
Oh, but you trust the Ravens to get that done?
What if the Ravens win tonight,
When we
Lewis?
think about the Ravens and the Packers over the last few years, and I don't know, Matt LaFleur, I don't know. He's been coming up short too. I'm not crazy for thinking that. But hold on, my battery's dying. Hold on.
She got a point. But Lewis, what if the Ravens win tonight and they beat the Patriots? Then what?
Then
how would you
then that's a different conversation. Then we could have that conversation.
Obviously.
Right? And then, I may change up my mind. I may switch up and be like, damn, they just beat the Patriots, right? But,
They flip-flop.
it might be like that triangle, like Patriots could beat Packers, Ravens could beat Patriots, but Packers beat the Ravens. You know what I mean? Like it might be that triangle effect. I don't know. Do you think the Packers are still a playoff team? I mean, they are good enough to be a playoff team. But with the situation that they're currently in and the loss that they just currently took, there's chances for shit to go wrong.
Listen. This is all going to be warranted on whatever Detroit does with Pittsburgh. Detroit now has to beat Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Has to. Like this has become a must-win game for them. If they beat Pittsburgh, go 9-6, they're a game behind the Green Bay. And probably, most likely, because they play the Vikings on Thursday next week. Who knows what's going to happen there, but it's division. But if the Lions win, they win out, and the Packers lose one more game, the Lions take their spot. So it's basically what it's going to come down to, is whatever the Lions can do towards the end of the season. Right? And right now, they're 10-10 with Pittsburgh, and God knows Pittsburgh ain't scoring a lot right now. So let's see what Detroit can do. This whole conversation is warranted on whether Detroit wins this game or not.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. But in terms of I agree they are they should be a playoff team, but their situation and a couple of their losses, like you go back to that loss against the Browns, why are you losing to the Browns?
Mm-hmm.
That also killed them, right? Every team can look at like their entire schedule, find a game, be like, damn, why did we lose that game?
Yep.
So it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to that for a lot of teams. So the Packers are just gonna be one of them.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's pivot to a different conversation then. If they don't make the playoffs, but they finish the year 10-6-1, will you consider that a good year per se, or like okay, no, we didn't make the playoffs, but we got 10 wins, and you know what, Jordan Love looked okay again. He looked kind of mid again. This team looked mid again, but we got 10 wins.
You know,
Is
So
that
is that a
considered
good?
success?
Yeah.
Is that good? That we're mid again.
you know what? You
Again,
know what I'll
he's
say?
okay. That does not sound good.
I am about to say something that every athlete has said at least once in their life. It's never a good season unless we win the Super Bowl. It's never good. Never good enough. I'm
If
kidding.
they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be the year that
That this year got away from you.
should have been much better. Like it should have been better. They kind of let it go.
Yep.
Like this, like they had too many mistakes, a little bit too much to be in the position that the Lions may push you out.
And he traded for Micah Parsons too.
Like that's crazy. So it's not like they haven't tried, right? They really tried to make an effort to make some noise in their division, but I feel like it's going to be sad if they don't make it, to be honest, because that's a team that should be in the playoffs. No, I do think that they could be in the playoffs if Jordan Love is healthy, if he's okay from the concussion. But no, but it's not good if they don't make it. No, it's not good. It's not good. You have enough talent and your coach is good enough, so no, it's not good if you don't make it. I'm sure you would rather be in the playoffs without getting necessarily 10 wins. I think I'd rather be in the playoffs.